Hi guys, in this video I'll be showing you how to add an exit pop-up using Thrive Architect. The exit pop-up is a valuable method that goes some way to address the issues of visitors to your website just leaving, never to be seen again and without signing up to your list. If you found this video helpful and you haven't done so already, then please click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any content I upload just like this. And to find out about other great add-ons and plugins to help you create great looking websites and highly converting sales and opt-in pages, then please click on the link in the description below. So, what is an exit pop-up? Or, as it is more correctly called, an exit intent pop-up. In its simplest form, it is when a visitor to a website forms the intent to leave and does so by moving their mouse pointer towards the direction of the address bar, either to click on the back arrow or to enter a new website address, at which point it is detected and a light box, which is a pop-up layout, is displayed somewhere on the screen with the screen's background slightly dulled, making the pop-up prominent. The pop-up normally contains an opt-in form to collect the visitor's name and email and add to the website owner's email list. Although the visitor can of course close the pop-up and still leave your website, it is a last-ditch attempt to obtain the visitor's details. So, now you know what an exit pop-up does and how it behaves, I will show you how to add one in Thrive Architect. So here we are in the back end of our WordPress installation. To begin with, we need to select the actual page that we're going to have the pop-up appear on. So we go to Pages, and for this purpose of this example, we're going to go with the home page. So we select Edit with Thrive Architect. And here's our page, and now we go to the cog on the right hand side and select Settings and Advanced Settings and Page Events. Okay, now first step is selecting your trigger, but for this example we're going to use the exit intent, and now it's saying that we can perform an action on mobile devices. Now if we select that, just to make you aware that unfortunately on mobile devices the way to actually check to see if a user's actually sort of heading off from the page, you can't do that on a mobile phone at this time. So this is something where you have to have an alternative in place if you so wish. Now that alternative is after a predetermined amount of time, in this case 10 seconds, the pop-up will automatically appear. So that's regardless of if the visitor is actually attempting to come away from the site or not. So that's an individual thing. It's up to you to choose if you actually want that option on if a visitor's using a mobile device to actually visit your site. So for this example, we'll go with that and we'll keep that checked. And we'll keep the time as well, 10 seconds. Click on Continue. Now, we're selecting a light box, and we can see from the drop down there's already some actually pre-installed, but we're not going to go with any of them. We're going to create a new light box. So we click on that option. Now we'll give it a name, so type that in there, and then we click on Save. Okay, next option is choice of animation. Various choices, all different ways that the pop-up's going to appear. They're all sort of fairly self-explanatory how they actually come in. For our example, we're going to just go with instant, so that's no animation at all. It will just appear on the screen. Click on Save. Okay, now that's saved, and we can see here that we need to edit the light box. So this is actually just basically building what appears within it. So this opens a new window. Okay, and this is going to be our box here. Now we add elements as we normally would, and first of all we'll begin with text. and we'll center that, and we'll also change the size of that font, just make it stand out a little bit. We can obviously edit that as we normally would, but for the purpose of this we'll just keep it as is basically. Now we add another element, and this time we'll go for an image. And we'll put that just below the text, and we'll just use this one here, and we insert that into post, and again we'll center that, just make it look a bit tidier. Okay, now what we're gonna have is the lead generation element. So drag that in like so, and we'll choose something nice and simple for this example. Okay, that's popped in there. Now we're going to the main options, and to begin with we'll add a connection. Now this assumes that you've already added an API connection for your autoresponder. I will leave a link in the description below that actually shows you another tutorial where it shows you how to actually add your various autoresponders in there. So we'll use Aweber for this example. Okay, now it's telling me there that the list that it's going to use, obviously you select your various lists from the drop down. We'll go with that one for this example. Also tags, this is quite a powerful feature. You can add a tag here, then you know exactly when your people are added to your email list. You can see exactly where they've come from by setting tags. We'll leave that blank for this example and click on apply. Okay, API successfully added, so that's done. Now we need to add one more field just to point something out. In a lot of countries there is something called GDPR. Now this is basically a disclaimer, and it's effectively telling the visitor that they're signing up for something, and that they're allowing you to then allow you to send emails to them, and they have to click a checkbox effectively to agree to that. Okay, so we'll put that field in there and we'll apply that. We can see there, so that's a checkbox on there. Okay, so we've added that. Now we save our work, and all changes are saved. So we can now close this window and just close that down, then save work. Okay, and we close that window. Now we're just to check that that's all working, so we're going to view that home page window. We'll open it in a new tab. Okay, so imagine we're the visitor, we come to the site, we have a look round, and then we think, right, I'm going to leave now. And there we have it. The pop-up comes up, and it's given us another option basically to give our details before we leave. So as simple as that, you now know how to add an exit intent pop-up using Thrive Architect. I do hope this video has been extremely helpful.